This is a video chart presentation of Dacha Strategic Metals brought to you by allpennystocks.com. Dacha trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the ticker DSM. So looking at a 9-month chart, Dacha had a nice climb earlier on in the year. It's slipped back since then. Another nice climb here through August, September into October. Almost a true double from down here around 30 cents up to 60 cents. Pulled back once again. Now it's trying to hold a support level right here through 40 cents. We're getting some hints from the MACD that this may be trying to find a reversal point. Very slight uptrend in the histogram. Still in a pretty good downtrend with the MACD. Same way with the PPO. ADX is showing that this is really losing strength to the trend. You can see it's down around 17.5 right now. Starting to flatline and curl. The negative DI just made a move. Of course, this is susceptible to whipsaws. It does move very quickly back and forth. So when they're all tied in together like this, what you look for is for this ADX to flatten and start to make a move, and then try and coordinate it with the positive or negative DI to see which direction it possibly is going to gain some strength. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that and see if this negative DI is going to pull back down, this positive DI is going to break back up. We're going to look for that break through the ADX and hopefully see a turn and a roll. Getting some pretty good separation in the MFIs right now. You see everything's kind of fallen off from right through this area when it made its peak. Then it dropped down. So it's taking the indicators and shooting them down pretty quickly. MFIs were trade. This is a great trading pattern right through here, all holding over 50, making a strong move through that area. Of course, the sell-off that's happened recently, it pulled them back down. So now you're going to look for a reversal. The 7 is just now giving hints of a possible move back up through 20 and a possible break through the 14. 21, of course, is based on the 21 previous days. So it's going to stay in this downtrend a little bit until it catches up. It'll take some positive movement to make this 21 curl and roll back this direction. And what you look for is the 7 and 14 to come up and intersect that 21 as it's starting to try and make its curl. Accumulation distribution, of course, sharp drop with the selling pressure. Now it's forming a little bit of a base, flatlining. So we're going to look for this to try and continue to make a move upward. Shaky money flow, of course, shows selling is still dominant. And its CCI is going right along with it. This is all to be expected, but that kind of a sell-off. You just have to start looking for hints of a move and then pay attention to the candles and see where they are. Full still bottomed. We've talked about this before. It can trend down here in oversold territory for quite a while, but starting to put a little bit of an uptrend together. So we're going to look for that to continue. We want to see that break of 20. Tricks, that kind of follows behind everything. It's great for showing long-term trends. So you can see through here, strong uptrend right through here. And that's when the chart was trending really strong. Throw a quick line on here just to show a point, and we'll follow it up and see what happened from the point of that bullish cross. Right there at the bottom, it got a bullish cross, and it continued a very strong uptrend from that point. But you can see at the point before that, separation was strong, very weak. The chart was still trending right around the bottom. When that Trix made its break, that gives you good signs that this may be trying to make a stronger move to the upside. Pull those off there just to get them out of the way. RSIs still breaking back down through 50 with the sell-off, in a pretty good position to try and make a reversal. We want to see this 14 and 21 kind of try and start to flatten out right back through here and make a move. What I see in these candles is it broke through a pretty good support level right through here around 42, 42.5. It really needs to try and come back up and challenge that right away, get back over that 50-day moving average, that blue line, to show some real strength. You can see it also gets some pretty good support right here through 37.5. It bounced off of it with a long wick today. So if it can hold that, it's still trying to establish a longer-term uptrend to continue the move. If this does want to dip farther and come down into here, this is where I think people will really be looking at it. If it does dip down to 32, 32.5, this can be making a very nice large double bottom at that point. So I'd look first for this support level at 37.5 to hold. If that can't, I'd look for it right through here at 32, 32.5, 33, because I think it's going to get pretty good support right through there. And I think that technical traders will look at that as a good buy opportunity, see if this can make another huge move, another 100% move off that bottom. Right now, though, in the immediate future, needs to hold 37.5. 40 gets it a little bit of support, but it's really better at 37.5. And if it can make a direct move and climb back over this 42.5, back over top of this 50-day moving average, which is at 43.3, this chart can change direction very quickly. These indicators are starting to kind of, they're downtrend, starting to flatten out. They've gone through some pretty heavy selling at this point. And if they're going to try and maintain any of these uptrends in the histogram and things like that, it's going to have to make that move in the near future and reestablish support at this level. It'll see a little bit more resistance right here around 45.5, but primarily back up in this area. See, it was a good support back here through the beginning part of the year. Tried to break through it and came down. several black days where it had a hard time. This black candle means it gapped up, lost strength, closed down for the day, but closed higher than the previous day. So you can see it kind of had a tough time with this 53-cent area. And I think if it makes a move back up that way, it'll again be a tough area. The 200-day moving average is coming right through there. So if this chart wants to try and reverse, it needs to get back over top of this 50-day, take out those resistance levels, challenge this resistance level and the 200-day moving average, and put together a nice uptrend with making some higher lows coming off of this bottom. Right now it's trying to establish a pretty good downtrend. That hammer right there from today could be a reversal hammer. I'm not sure about that, but I like the fact that it held 37.5 for starters. So we're going to keep an eye on this and see if these indicators are indeed going to try and roll themselves through, pull themselves out of this downtrend that they're in, start looking for some bullish crosses in the future. But that all starts with the baby steps of holding some support levels. Again, if it drops down to here, watch for it at this point and see what these indicators are doing, because they might really be trying to show a turn at that point. So while the DSM chart has put together a couple weeks of downtrend right here, we're going to keep an eye on it for a possible reversal and the holding of some support levels. As always, the annotated video chart is merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. Do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.